Greetings, this is Apostle DoQuoi, the Duke Green, and I hope that each and every one of you are having a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm doing a late video here tonight, but just wanted to share a few things with you. Counsel a lot of different people in relationships, dealing with different things, and one common theme I get a lot is with women who feel as though they're maybe too strong from some of the things some men have told them, etc. So we're going to talk a little bit about a weak man versus a strong woman. So the first thing first, you got to realize you have to stop watering yourself down. I mean, you have to be who you are as a woman, and as a man, you have to be who you are. But the problem is, Scripture talks about how the enemy sows the tares among the wheat, etc. So you can't allow in other words, you can't allow we consider the bad apples spoil the bunch, as the old saying going. You can't allow weak men make the strong men look bad. I'm an advocate for everyone changing. I'm an advocate for weak men changing and being transformed, etc. I'm also an advocate for women who've been cheapening their worth to raise up their standards. But at the end of the day, there's still some problems, some issues that needs to be addressed. We need to come straight to the core of what's really going on. So yeah, you got some weak men who will try to convince you that something's wrong with you, that you have an opinion, etc., and you're too strong with your opinion, etc. You don't have to apologize for having an opinion. A weak man is intimidated by a woman with a strong opinion. So the first thing first, you don't need to start changing yourself because a man is selling you a lie because they can't get what they want. They can't get, they've been trying to put a little time in to try to get what they want, trying to wear you down. But because you actually uphold your standard, don't listen to the lies of a man who are upset because they couldn't break you down. Because you actually strong-minded, and you were not moved by their tactics, if you will. So one thing you got to first realize is, so don't cheapen your work. Don't cheapen yourself. Don't lower your standards for a piece of a man, if you will. And think about it. And look, and even if you raise your standards, you don't need to go around having your friends go on sale. You might have some friends who cheapen themselves, and you watching them lower themselves and lower themselves and lower themselves and cheapen themselves more and more and more. Look, the finest wine you will not find on the shelf of Walmart. The finest wines in the world must be sought out. You have to go to special locations to get some of these things because they're so rare. So therefore, you are rare. You're not some cheap person sitting on the shelves. Okay, now there's some folks who cheapen themselves, and so they're like certain products that can be found in any store or on any aisle, etc. But that's not who you are. So don't cheapen yourself down to an item at Walmart on the shelf that anyone can get access to. Okay, and so therefore stop cheapening yourself. Stop lowering yourself for a piece of a man. Okay, and not only that, the finest clothes, okay, really ever goes on sale because the product, the brand sells itself. So therefore, if clothes don't go on sale, if certain clothes, the finest clothes don't go on sale, how in the world are you putting yourself on sale? Why are you cheapening yourself, putting yourself on sale, or being connected with people and watching them cheapen themselves and not at least shining some light in their life to say, hey, you got to stop selling, you got to stop cheapening yourself, cheapening your worth. Okay, so you got to think about that. You can't be cheapening yourself for a weak man. Because look, yeah, I know they're knockoffs, and you feel like, oh, look at that, they're flocking these type of women, etc. And in situations like this, and you feel like, okay, am I not good enough, etc. Because you seen a woman cheapen herself to get a piece of man, and now you're sitting there's something wrong with you? Absolutely not. And so as they're cheapening themselves, that means they're lowering their standards. That means they're not being who they really are. They're living below their potential. They get a piece of a relationship. Okay? So that look, there will be some men. Weak men will play with the knockoffs. Weak men will play with the knockoffs. Weak men will play the game, but a real man will change the game. I'm going to say that again. A weak man will play the game, but a strong man will change the game. And that's what you want as a woman. You want a strong man, not a weak man. Not a weak man who's intimidated because you have an opinion, because you actually have a mind. Okay? Okay, they want you to sit there and fit into their mold and do what they say, etc. That's a weak man. Okay? Because if you get with a weak man and you're a strong woman, then it's essentially now you're lowering your standards, and then you're going to be competing in a relationship. Instead of complimenting one another, it's going to be a competition because you shine the light on his insecurities. Okay? Because you're strong, so that now you're going to be shining a light on his insecurities, and here you are going to feel like I got to water it down, or I got to shrink back, and I can't really speak my mind. You can't speak what you're feeling. Why in the world should you be afraid to speak what's on your mind? Because a weak man is trying to make you feel like your words are too powerful in his life. When in other words, that your words should be able to build him up. It should be able to make him better. But guess what? A weak man is not ready to be better. He doesn't want to be better. He wants to think that in his weak state that he's strong, when in all actuality, he's a weak man. And you are a strong woman, so you don't need to connect with a weak man. You don't need to lower yourself for a weak man. Just because the weak man is playing on the playground, let him play. But they shouldn't be able to come in your life. They shouldn't be able to come on your turf because they're not equipped. They're not qualified. So stop allowing men to graduate in your life who have not passed the test. Stop allowing men to graduate in your life who have not passed the test. Okay? So you got to think about that. Again, stop watering yourself down. Stop cheapening yourself. Stop cheapening your value for a weak man. Look, here you are an empire. You are an empire, and here you are trying to shrink down to fit inside of a weak man's little ego. You are an entire empire. Here you are strong, about your business, pursuing your goals, and you are an empire trying to shrink down and fit into a little weak man's little ego. Now that's cheapening your worth. And then some of you, you go on dates and you meet a guy, etc., and go on dates, and they take you out to dinner, and I don't know, this new 21st century mindset of because I took you out to dinner, so now I should get a little something more. I should be able to come back to your place, or you should be able to do something more for me, etc. That's the basics. You cheapening your value for the basics? You cheapening your worth for a free meal? I know that Esau sold his birthright for some stew, but come on, you are cheapening your worth for a free meal and feeling this pressure that, oh, maybe I got to do a little bit more because I don't know what I got to do because he did pay for my meal and he took me out. That's the basics. If he's trying to get to know you, if he's pursuing you, we know that the man pursues. So here you are cheapening your worth for the basics. For a piece of steak, but you probably could have made a better steak at home for yourself than to sit here and deal with that mess because they want to play the game. So you got to stop cheapening yourself. Again, a strong woman does not lower her standards. A strong woman does not cheapen her worth because she knows what she's worth. You have to know what you're worth, know your value. Whatever your personality is your personality. You know what I'm saying? And so again, that's why it's about finding the one, getting to the right one that God has for you. And another thing, my last point. Ladies, stop trying to think for a man. Stop trying to help him say what he's trying to say. He does not need your help. Not a real man. Because if he knows what he wants, he's going to go after it. So stop filling the blank. Stop trying to help him. Stop trying to hold his hand to help him explain this or get to that or try to interpret what he's saying because you can't read his mind. He is not a child anymore. He's not on the bottle. He's not breastfeeding anymore. If he was breastfed, etc., he should be a man now, and a man pursues a woman. He that finds a wife finds a good thing. He that finds a wife, so he's pursuing you. A man should pursue you. You don't have to do no guesswork. Does he like me? Does he not like me? Oh, I don't really know. How did that go? And you sitting there trying to, I changed this? And, did I come across too strong? And you doing all this guesswork. Be yourself. Be authentically you, because a real man's going to want the authentic you, not the fake you, not the interview version you, but the real you. So stop cheapening your worth. Stop cheapening your worth. Right now, cut it out. If you're doing it, stop it now, stop it now, stop it now. If you got friends that's doing it, stop it now. Let them know what the deal is. Look, girl, you can't do this. This ain't us. This is below your grade, if you will. And so stop cheapening yourself. Simple as that. Simple as that. So again, and look, and if you got a man, or talking to someone, etc., and look, you're not his mother, okay? So if he's sitting there almost wanting you to act as though you're his mother, you know what I'm saying, doing things as though you need to be his mother, then you need to send him back to his mama. Simple as that. Send him back to his mama until he's ready to grow, because scripture says that a man will leave his mother and his father and cleave to his wife. So if he's not ready to leave mama yet, because he's still acting like little mama's boy, and he wants you to be his mama, then send him back to his mama until he get his life right. But right now, clearly he ain't the one, because he's not in position. Simple as that. Simple as that. Okay? So, look, a wife needs a husband. A husband needs a wife. And you talk about someone who has husband potential, someone who has wife potential, okay? And who are actually working toward putting those pieces together. So stop lowering your standards, stop cheapening your worth, etc. Again, you don't have to apologize for being great. That's the problem. You feel, I got to shrink back and, maybe I am too much and, I don't want to intimidate a man. A weak man is intimidated by a strong woman. You're supposed to be strong. Scripture talks, look at Proverbs 30 when it talks about this strong woman who can do all this and do it. You're supposed to be strong. A strong man and a strong woman makes a power couple. A weak man and a strong woman creates a disaster. A disaster, a natural disaster. So don't lower your standards. Don't lower who you are. Don't lower who you are in God. Whoever you are, be strong in it. Be firm and know that a man's got to pursue you. If he wants you, he will come after you. He will chase after you. He will do what he has to do to prove that he wants you and you only. And it won't just be when him trying to get something. He will be more concerned about catering to you, to the point where you will want to do more for him. He's not doing something, look for something in return. He's doing something saying, this is who I want. I'm going to do everything in my power to chase after her. Simple as that. And so check this out now. So then what happens at the end, let's say you finally meet someone, entertaining someone, etc. And then and then it doesn't work out, etc. But then you're looking at some other folks who you saw them cheapen their value, and you saw them do this and that. They didn't fulfill their standards, uphold their standards, and here you are saying, "Oh, I'm always the bridesmaid. I'm never the bride." And then so going this kind of, I understand. You have your feelings. You go through. I get that. But then some people who straight up settled. You know that they straight up settled. So why are you sitting there feeling bad about that? Oh, the good guys always finish last. Oh, woe is me. I just don't know what do I need to change? Is the way I talk? I don't know. What is it? Is it my look? Do I need to change my look? Do I need to change this? So here you are changing all these superficial things when you got to straight up be who you are. Be who you are. Be who God intended you to be. And here you are, like I said, the good guys don't finish last. The good guys always finish first because they're not getting the leftovers. Here you are, you in first class. Stop looking back and coach and move forward like the woman of God that you are. You are in first class. Stop looking back and coach, looking over your shoulder, looking back, hearing, looking forward. You in first class. You top priority. You can't be found on any shelf. That's why he who finds a wife, he got to find you. He'll go through whatever he has to go through. If he got to go through the jungle, through all the rain, the sleet, the snow, he will find you. He will get to you. And when he finds you, he will do everything in his power to make sure you never leave out of his sight again. He who finds a wife finds a good thing, because he will recognize, my God, I found a good thing. I found my missing piece. Man, just like what Adam saw, he said, my God, woman, that is bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. She came from me. She's a part of me. When a man finds you, when the right one finds you, he will know, my God, this is a part of me. I sense a whole change in my life. That's what will happen. So therefore, you don't have to guess if he's interested. You don't have to guess, because he will make it known. He will pursue you to the ends of the world. So don't cheapen your worth for a weak man, because you're a strong woman and you need a strong man. So be encouraged. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to build this YouTube up now, do more videos. On Twitter, follow me at DoQuoi Green. And Facebook, you can go to Single for One, our fan page on Single for One. So have a great day. God bless you. Heaven smile upon you. Remember that you are single for one. See you soon. Take care.